microphone, one, two, three. Hello, hello, bold women. Good evening, and you're welcome to this episode of Woman Convos. My name is Victoria Ogbujah. I am a women's visibility and leadership championer. So I champion and advocate for the rise of bold, loud, and visible women. Okay, all right. So don't mind whoever is honking. Y'all, please tone it down a little bit. Okay. All right. So today we're going to be having an amazing conversation, and my guest is going to be joining us real soon. Okay. So let's track back a little bit. So in my last episode, I had an amazing woman in the house. Her name is Coach Olive Wanfor, and we had an amazing conversation about emotional healing and how your emotions directly contribute to the fulfillment of your assignment of your purpose here on earth, what in whatever sector or industry that you have been called to rule. Okay, if you have not listened to that episode and you're going through some sort of emotional hurt, you need to go and listen to it because it will really help you understand why you need to get that sorted in order for you to, make meaningful impact and submit the assignment that God put on your life. Okay, now today we are going to be having an amazing conversation, a bold, unfiltered conversation with Hannatu. Okay, Hannatu. Okay, so her name is Hannatu Adegboyega. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Hannatu Kasim Adegboyega, and we're going to be talking about 15 years male dominated spaces, global rooms that she has headed. Okay, 15 years building a corporate career in rooms that were not actually designed for women, for Africans, for a Muslim, for a Christian woman with a Muslim background. You really like, I have loads of questions for her. Okay, but remember, this is a conversation. Okay, so one thing I'm begging you to do right now is to make sure that you listen carefully and note down questions that you like to ask her. Okay, you drop them in the comment section. Now, if you can hear me clearly and you are ready for this conversation, all I need you to do is to hit the comment section and say, hey, 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 I'm here, let me see you. Okay, let me get that comment. Let me get your comment. Say bold woman, say bold woman, I am bold, I am here. Put something down in the comment section for me. Say bold woman, I am here. Bold woman, I am here, I'm ready to be bold. Okay, so my guests will be coming in pretty soon. Okay, all right. So a quick look into why we are having these conversations. Right now, the Bold Woman Convo was built and designed specifically as a platform where women can come tell us what it's like to be really bold. We talk about leadership, we talk about visibility, we talk about positive mindset, we talk about everything and anything that would help any woman, like really, really enter into her place of assignment. Look, I always tell people that my mission, my assignment is to help other women submit their assignments. Yeah, so I'm here to raise bold, loud, and visible women. And trust me, I am intentionally creating an ecosystem that would allow me be able to do that. I'm intentionally creating an ecosystem that would allow me, that would help me in actually doing this. Okay, all right. So give me a minute. Let me make sure that my guest is not having an issue coming in. All right, all right, all right, all right, all righty. Okay, so keep it in the comments coming. Say bold woman. Say bold woman, bold woman, bold woman. Okay. All right. Okay. You know how it is, right? You know how it is. You know how it is. You know how the network can be. But the network is not going to disturb us today. It's not. See, I'm looking forward to when I'm going to have like this big studio with lots of cameras and lights everywhere, and I don't have to punch a single thing. I just need to sit down majestically on my couch Huh? And then allow the team do what they're supposed to do, right? I'm so looking forward to that. But you see, I'm not just going to sit down and wait for that to happen. I'm going to start with what I got, okay? I'm right here in my home and I have this little corner that I use as my office. And as you can look behind me, I decorated it, make it look good so that I can start doing what I have been sent to do. I don't need to wait till I have some big, office space and all of that. This is good to go. This is good to start. Okay. And this is part of what I tell women. Look, God has called you to rule a sector, to rule niches, to show up. He has given you an assignment. But some of us are waiting till a perfect time. Some of us are waiting till we have it all set out, till, it's all good, till it's all, nice. Okay. I'm telling you right now that where you are right now and what you got is enough to get started. You get started and then okay, my guest is coming in right now. So you get started and then let God do the rest. So you ready for a bold conversation? Hello, Hannatu. How you
Hello. Hi,
doing?
hi. I'm fine. Can you hear me? Just wanted to check.
Okay, yeah, I just want to be sure that I am not the. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I think you're going to have to speak up a little bit.
All right. Can
Yes.
you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, all right. So in the comment section, if you can hear her, I just need you to say here, okay? Okay, say here, say that you can hear her, and then we
Let me
can
know.
move.
Let
I
me
just
know that
need
you
one
can hear
person to say,
me.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Someone is saying hi, okay. Okay, looks like, okay. All right, we're good to go. We are good
Okay.
to go. All right, so, um, are we good to go? Shall we? Yes, we shall. All right. Yes, we shall. Okay. It is good to have you here, ma'am. How are you doing today?
I am excellent. Excellent.
Mm.
Putting my phone on do not disturb because I have plenty family members. Let them not shock me.
Okay.
It's true.
Mm.
All right.
I
Okay.
remember when I met you at the Powell, just seeing you on that stage and then
Mhm.
getting to talk to you up close, and I could just feel all that power and energy just going around. I'm like, okay, this is my type. This is my type of woman. This is the type of energy I want to have around me. So, thank you so much for
We're
saying
trying.
yes. Thank you so much, really.
Thank you for
So,
having me. Thank you
today
so
it's all
much.
about you. It's all about getting to hear. It's all about getting to learn faces, right? It's all about getting to understand what it's like building a corporate career for 15 years, right? And you're currently on a transition journey. You've started doing a series about your transitioning into another career space. So I really want to hear
Mhm.
all the gist. So first of all, I'd like you to introduce yourself in the best way. I mean, your favorite way of introducing yourself to people. You just give
Okay.
us, a sneak peek into who you are, aside from all the titles we already know, right? So who
Oh,
exactly
okay.
is Hannatu Kasim Adegboyega? I hope I'm getting it correctly. Am I getting that?
All right. I'm going in the full minutes. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me. So I'm going to introduce myself in two ways, right? And the first way, I really want people to take away from that, first of all, right? Because I want you to learn how to introduce yourself
Mm.
properly. So when you meet Dangote in the elevator, you know exactly how you're introducing yourself, okay? So my name is Hannatu Adegboyega. I'm
Okay,
just a
could you
girl.
could you give me a minute, a second?
Sure.
So someone is saying, again, please, if you can hear her, please, could you like make it clear that you can hear her? Don't
Forgive me. It's my first time on YouTube Live. So is anybody in the comment section telling us what we need to know?
okay. To go. Yeah. All right. Sorry for that
All right.
interruption.
So can
Let's
they
go.
hear me? Did we get confirmation?
Your video has stopped moving.
What's going on?
Hmm. Okay, this network is not going to mess with us today. Nada. I refuse. I refuse. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you can. I can tap the same link and try to. Yeah. Okay, all right. So just a little hiccup right there from the network, but I believe she'll be coming right back in. Okay, just coming back again. Coming back again. Aha. Okay.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me? What's going on?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. The video
Fantastic.
is lagging though, but yeah, I can hear you.
Oh dear. Oh dear. But if you can hear me, then we're good. I will just speak and I've tried to connect it. It's empty and I shouldn't say what network is this. But anyway,
Okay. All right. Just so we're sure we're not stopping or we're not having issues with others. No one in my comment section is saying anything yet. Oh, they're just saying hi, hi, hi. I need you guys to say you can.
so I'm wondering if it's your end or my end. I don't know which network.
Yes, Jarvis. Yeah.
All right. Is it better now? I
Okay.
think it's better now.
All right. So let's proceed. Let's proceed.
Damn. Okay. This is the risk of technology, honestly. It's the risk of technology. Um, can Kester say hi again? Can anybody say hi? So I'm worried it's from your end.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay. I'm back.
Yes, you are. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Okay.
me? Can you hear me?
Still. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. It's just lagging.
All right.
Like you're not
Let's.
the your video is static, like it's not moving.
Mm, that's concerning. I'm wondering, do I want to join on another
Okay.
device? Can I join on two devices? Would that be weird?
Hmm. Okay. All right. Let's do this. I think the it's coming back again. It's coming back
Okay.
now, little by little. It started moving, but it's just on slow motion. I don't know what it is. If it's my network or if it's something else. My network is on full bar.
Okay. Your network is blurring out, so I don't know if it's me or if it's you. That's the thing. And this is sad.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Since we I can hear you and I believe they can hear you, it's just that they can't your video is not moving, so but
I'm
let's
wondering if I
proceed.
want to join on another phone.
What
Can you
did
hear
you
me?
say? Aha. Okay, you're
Aha.
back.
I'm back. I left.
You're back. Hello? Oh, you went off again? Ooh, we are going to have such a wonderful time. Aha. Okay. Again. Let's try that again.
All right.
Okay, you're back.
I don't. I can't
Yeah,
believe
I
this
can
is
see you
happening.
now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So am I going to hold the phone off
Okay.
route? Well,
All right, so
if we
let's
have
go
to,
on
then
with
we
it.
do it.
Let's go on with it.
Let's go on with it. If we have to hold the phone, then we hold the phone. So this is how technology
All
can
right.
just
So I think
mess
we
you
can
up
do the
because.
introduction again.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
So
go.
I was just saying that this is how technology can mess you up. I had my whole tripod set up, and now I'm down to holding the phone in my hand. But whatever works, we will do that. So I was talking about how to introduce yourself, right? My name is Hannatu Adegboyega. I build and I lead high performing sales teams. I help organizations or businesses choose the best solution for whatever
Mm.
enterprise need they have. Right now, it's not necessarily an enterprise need, it's more helping federal governments choose the best way to get medical commodities across to their states. And I also love connecting with people. I love teaching people new ways to do things. I love talking to
Mm.
people and just showing people better ways of doing things. Now, why I introduce myself that way is because it doesn't have any titles, it doesn't have where I work, it doesn't have any job descriptions. It's very really that is the most fluid thing about you. Hold on 1 second. Let's put this on do not disturb. That's the most fluid thing about you, your job, your lack of titles and
Mm.
all that. However, if you are just my friend, like you are, I will tell you that I'm just a young person at heart, trying to make my Heavenly Father proud. Right? I am very curious, very kind in my mind. I would like to my
Okay.
house. The chances are you probably find me with my phone in my hand. Well, because I really love books on my phones.
I
Can you
want
still
to
hear
take off
me?
my I want to take off my mic. I want to use just the just give me a minute.
Uh huh.
I want to use my phone directly.
But can you still hear me? Hi, Tara Jal. Can you hear me? Or let me see who else is in the comment section. Anybody, just to make sure that they can still hear me and in the comment section. There.
Okay. Kept going off and on.
Okay.
All right.
I need to now make sure that everybody can
Yeah,
hear
I think
me and
I
they can
think
see
for
me.
on my end it's much better now. I
Okay.
think it's much better for me. Okay.
All right. Are we good?
Okay. Okay. This is better. This
All
is
right.
better.
Fantastic. So you can hear me, you can see me.
Yeah, I can hear you and I can see you. Yeah, I think I just got
Fantastic.
feedback. Okay. Okay, so it's much better now. So they're saying it's much better now. Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
so I guess it
So
was the
they
mic and not the
weren't
setup. You see,
yeah,
and that's what I was saying.
they weren't getting and it wasn't moving and the audio was yeah, okay, I'm getting feedback now. It's better. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I
Yeah.
can start
Sorry about
again.
that. Sorry about
I
that.
don't mind. No problem. No
Okay.
problem.
All right. So now,
All right, so let me start all over again. Introducing
okay.
myself. Two different ways. First way is if you were to meet Dangote in an elevator, supermarket, wherever, and you just want to kind of quick 1 minute how to introduce yourself. Always
Mm,
starts with value. So I always tell people my name is Hannatu Adegboyega. I build and I lead high performing sales teams. I help organizations choose the best data solution or whatever solution
mm,
they need for their enterprise or business needs. Right now, my focus is helping state governments get medical commodities across to the most rural areas in their states. And I love meeting people. I love connecting with people. I love talking about my life, and I love teaching people different
like
ways
how
of
we
doing
met.
things. So that's like how we met, right? So that is my standard
Mm,
the value, how you help, that's how I can support you as a person. It doesn't have my job description, it doesn't have where I work
mm,
because these are very fluid things. They can change at any single time, right?
mm.
But if you were to ask me one on one, like how we are friends, Hannatu, who are you in real life? I am just a young girl trying to make my heavenly Father proud. Honestly, that's ultimately. I always support and say I'm a Matthew.
True.
I'm a, oh yeah,
Mm,
that's it. Honestly, I'm a Matthew 46 verse 5 kind Matthew 5:16 kind of girl, right?
mm,
That everybody will see me and give glory to my Father in heaven. Sorry, I'm a Christian for those of you that are non-Christians, but that's really my life, right?
mm.
If you were to come into my house every evening, like as soon as this is done, I'm going to go and lie down and read a novel on my phone because that's what I do. I like to think I'm a kind person. I like to think I'm very curious. I love meeting people,
Mm.
and I'm very young at heart. I'm fighting this. I don't. It's not that I don't want to age, but I am. I I want people to aspire to look to age well, right? That's the goal. I'm an only
Oh
child, so I'm extremely
wow! Oh
independent.
my
Extremely independent. I
god!
guess that's what's really yep, that's what's helping my career. Yes, I'm an only child. I'm married. And I guess I should talk about being an only child. I guess that's what made me independent. And also I come from a large family, so that's made me understand like community and having people
Mm.
around me. I'm married to my husband, 16
Wow! Wow!
long. But anyway, somewhere around there, Sha. Uh-huh. I have two children, two
Ah,
amazing children who
you're my
keep me
senior in
humble.
this
They
game.
honestly
Oh,
keep.
I need to pay respects.
My children keep me humble, honestly. It doesn't matter what you've achieved or what you've done. My
Mm,
children just like, Madam, there are
mm,
things to be done. Let's get to it. So yeah, yeah. So that's really me. And
mm,
the corporate titles are fantastic, but
mm, mm.
I'm literally just a girl trying to enjoy this life the best way I can. That's really it.
I, I I love that. I love that. And I don't think no, I believe that you're a kind person, honestly. I've had to meet different people in this line of work, trying to grow my trying to put out
Mm-hmm.
visibility for my show, trying to reach people, bring women in and all of that. And I believe you're a kind person because so far so good. The moment we met to this point, you have made things easy for me. Like I remember when you told me at the event, you were like, what's all this corporate thing you're doing? Calm down. And, because over time I have just I don't know. It's just like a second nature to always try to keep things as corporate and as professional as possible, and all of that. So from the
Mm-hmm.
moment we met up to this point, you have made things easy for me. You're checking, asking questions. Okay, let's do this, and I'm thankful for that. So if anybody out there is down to know,
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
you're a kind person. So thank you for being kind. Thank you for being
To you, I mean.
career space, which is one of the reasons why a lot of women will be listening to this. Um, my first question is what is it like, right, to be in big spaces, right? Now, I'm also asking this to also heal the inner child in me because growing up,
Okay.
I've always thought about big spaces. I've always I've always thought
Mm-hmm.
about it. I've always dreamt about places like that. And even now, I still dream about them. Right? I don't believe I'm there yet, the way I want to be, but I still dream about them.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I hear and when I come across women who have operated in or who have operated or still operate in such high levels, I just I just I just
Yeah.
wonder like what's it like to be that. So what is it like for you as a woman, as an African, as a Christian, even with a Muslim background, to be in such a place
Mm-hmm.
where men are mostly the ones playing the game. What's it like for you? What's the experience? What's the feel like? What's the vibe like? I want to get that.
The initial vibe is sometimes intimidating.
Mm,
I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. It gets easier with time. It does get easier with time. It gets easier with reinforcement. But I always tell people you need to understand something that when you are, and I'm not saying I've achieved like the most in my career. I'm not. There's levels we need to get to, right? But there's a point you
yeah.
start to understand that this life you've been given, this career you've been given, the benefits and the things you've been given, it's a privilege and it's a responsibility, right? Which is why we learn to behave better and we learn to do things better because it is a responsibility, right? To be put in, we know them, we've seen them, right? um
Mm,
but understand that some people have never seen a black woman in some, or some people have never had a female boss. They have male bosses. There's some people that have never, which is why they struggle to kind of work with their female bosses or try to work with them. But you have to understand that everything we do is because so that there will be space for the next generation.
mm,
Remember the people that made room for you? I tell people I'm third generation educated, independent woman. My grandmother was fiercely independent. My mother is fiercely independent. So I'm third generation career woman, or second generation career woman, but third generation independent. My mom was a serious career woman, right? Understanding that people have struggled to make room for, and then also
Mm.
it is not by default. People assume, or people see my daughter and they why would you as the president first? Do you understand what I mean?
That's
So
you.
everything we do,
Mm.
yes, now everything we do is 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 so that we can, we can aspire to have the next generation, make it easier for them. My job is to make the world easier, not easier in a
Mm.
bad, in a sit at the table for my daughter.
Mm.
Do you understand? That's really why
Mm-hmm.
we do all these things, and understanding that she should know that have a family, have a career, have a life. I feel I'm wiggling because I'm holding the technology as all my grand plans. But anyway, we move like that, right? Have a career, have a family, have a life. It's my responsibility to make sure that women after me see it's doable. Do you understand? So that's really it. At the end of the day, that's really why this life. Like I said the day we met, I'm from the north, right? I didn't see
Mm.
right who is not the typical northerner. See a high flying career of anybody I knew. In the time I grew up, really, we didn't have any people Oshikana. We didn't know them. Do you understand? I grew up in Kaduna.
Mm.
So I didn't know anybody like that. Which is why I always tell people, I say, come to Lagos. It's like things are happening, crazy things are happening. You know, right? That's really I'm telling you, really the goal of everything we're doing. So yeah, it is a responsibility. Everything you're doing here as we're working, we're trying to make sure you're building credibility, make sure you're doing things with guys that people are looking at you. And that's the thing about being a woman in this. And people are there cheering you on. But whichever way it is, make sure that you always remember people are looking at you. So you have to do things the best way you can, manner you can behave. Okay? I think that's really it for me. Yes, I need to put this phone. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, I want to put phone on my
Okay.
tripod.
Yeah, the network cut you off there a bit. Okay.
So I'm gonna put this on tripod. Does
Okay,
this
that's
work?
fine.
Let's do this as well. Okay,
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's much better. I was going to ask if you were
this
actually
works.
holding your phone. I was
Perfect.
wondering how long you're
Perfect.
going
This
to hold
works.
it.
Was beginning.
It's fine. I believe it's fine. You know, your video is static, so I can't exactly see all the movements right now. Okay, all right. You're good now.
I'm good.
Okay, I think that's good. Okay. So when you were talking, you mentioned something about can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you off.
But I'm right
Okay.
here. And I can see,
Okay.
I just said hi to everybody in the chat. So I don't know if it's your
Okay.
network or
I
mine.
can see you now. I can hear
Okay,
you.
but I
I can
can't
hear
see
you.
you. Okay.
I can hear you. You can hear me, right? Oh, you can't see me. Okay. What is going on today? So one moment you're seeing me and the next moment I'm not seeing you either. So What's going on? But you can hear me though.
So I can.
Okay, all right. So let's continue. We're not going to let YouTube videos mess us. So as long as the audio is working, that's fine. Okay, so you talked about women in your you talked about women in your family who were actually strong and independent, right? So is there hello hello? Mm. Oh, network. I refuse to. Woohoo. Are you still there, Hannatu?
I've joined on two devices. Is it
Okay, you're
echoing?
back again.
Yes.
Can you hear
I've
me?
joined on two devices. Is it echoing? I need to know if it's echoing, first of all.
Okay. So is it
So that
better for you
whichever
over
way
there?
around, you don't lose it. So forgive me for everybody. Unable to connect. Oh, we can only join on one video.
Well, but if you
Let's
can't,
continue.
if but yeah, but you can hear me, right?
I can hear you. I can see you. Wow. I
Oh,
have a feeling
come
we're
on
going to
in.
redo this. We're going to redo this episode because this is too sad.
No, 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 no. This is really sad. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Oh my word. So what do you think we should do? Should we do this again?
Like reschedule or start again?
Yeah, no, well, schedule. Yeah, we can reschedule again because honestly, I don't know what's going on. My network seems fine. Everything is
Devices
reading
now and
good.
two different networks, so it should behave itself. And it's still frozen on my end.
Yeah, on my end, I can't even see you at all right now. Your screen is blank.
Ah, Henry,
Yes.
can you see me? I have a Henry in the comment section. Hi, Henry, can you see me? Oh dear.
Okay, Henry, are you okay? If you can see, because I can't see you. Oh my word, this is very wonderful. All right, so what do you think we should do then? Should we start again?
And just upload it.
Okay, like record and then upload.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to. Although I've not had this issue. Like I've not had it this way before. And I know that network issues come in here and there, but today's one is just
It's trying
it's trying to turn my smile upside down. But it's not gonna happen.
never. We never. It will never. Henry says they can see both of us.
Oh, you can see both of us. See Henry's
Mm-hmm.
comments. Trying to mess with me. Okay, okay, all right. So let's get on with it again. Let's try. And if it's still playing with us, then we'll have to find a way to do this again.
All right.
So I was talking about the women in your family. You mentioned some that there were some women in your family that are independent, right? That were fiercely
Oh
independent,
yeah.
right? And that's the
Mm-hmm.
part I want to talk about because we're talking about women coming out boldly and visibly. And and from your story or from what it means that they had an influence of some sort, right? So let's talk about that. In what ways did these
Oh yeah.
women actually push you to be able to um, thrive, in a place that wasn't entirely built with you in mind? Like how exactly? How did they push you? How did they motivate you? Or how did they influence you? Yes,
My
yes, the
family,
ones
right?
who you said were fiercely independent.
Ah, okay. All right. So let me first start with my grandmother. My grandmother. of blessed memory. My grandmother used to say this a lot. I can't remember how many times. You have your own. It's never enough until you have it. And what she meant was that the money is never enough. The everything you have in life is never enough unless you have your own. Like, so you must always have your own. And yeah, she said you never do until you get
Mm.
your own. So you never, she stays in pigeon.
Mm.
And she always used to talk about vex money. So vex money was always a thing in our family. Like, you don't get vex money, So it was always a big thing because she always thought you should always have.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I tell people that my grandmother started, this thing where people pay
Mm.
school fees small, small. Our grandparents did it way before we started. If you check it, most grandmothers did it way before it became popular for some people now in about to
Yeah.
start, right? Because apparently she went to the school and negotiated, children had to go to school, and every month she would come and pay a deposit.
Oh wow.
I have no idea where he was, but anyway, that's a whole different conversation. So you know that because her schooling was cut short, she insisted that all the children, especially her girls,
Mm.
my mother, out of her way to make sure that whether it was selling bread, whatever it is she needed to do, she knew that my children must go to school. So school is not negotiable in my family. When I hear some of my abroad friends, let's not call their race, saying, "Oh, they're not sure whether." Aye, you have a choice. Wow, that's
I like that question. You have a choice.
choice. You have a choice. Oh wow, that's very nice to know. And my mom was a full blown career woman.
Wow.
Because my
Mm.
grandmother raised me, right? So I have such a strong influence from her. While my mom,
Mm. Mm.
and at that time, civil service all over meeting presidents and traveling, really. I'm probably going to do an Instagram series on corporate things I learned from my mom, right?
Mm.
And just how she kind of and made me realize. I guess it's from her I realized, and I don't think I've ever told her. I should tell her. It's from her I realized that it's okay to work and have a family, but you just find the support. So before we kind of glamorize support systems and villages and all that, we have parents that were doing it. We just didn't
Mm.
get it. Do you understand? My mom's support system was my grandmother, and just seeing her strive for her business, selling, running associations, that conversation. So just seeing that kind of strength and that kind of independence, it makes you grow. You're forced actually to grow with so much so that I remember when I was getting you have to make sure that I'm telling you, today you have to make sure that you defer to your husband. Just try. And I'm like, after all these years, is now you want to come and start teaching. After all this, be independent, be bold, be brave. You now want to come and start teaching me to calm down. So
But why
it's
do
the way
they
I
do
grew
that
up,
though? But
right?
why do we tell women why do they tell women to actually calm down? What are we calming down for? Like calming down how?
I think she didn't want to be as if let them not come and say, let them not say she did not train me well, right? And it's something even when I have older friends, when I have some of my mates that just get, especially when we say advise the bride during the bridal shower, I always tell them, I say you need to not tame, calm down a bit, but you're going to have to psychologically work on your that. Oh, it's my space.
Mm.
When you spend long enough, when you've bought tickets to travel long enough, when you've done things for
Mm.
yourself, sometimes you forget
Mm.
that you have to share the news with somebody.
Mm.
Like, oh, I want to do this thing, or oh, I'm thinking of buying this, and not just show up with the thing you bought
Mm.
because you can afford it.
Mm.
So her, that was just she wanted me to know that you now have a shared life, not just you making decisions go because I thought I want it, I got it. You have to kind of run it by somebody else. FYI, or what do you think about this thing, or that kind of thing. So just having that shared responsibility, but it doesn't change the independence. It doesn't change the ambition. It does not change the ambition. This is where, and I know you've not asked me this question, but I really need to say it in case we don't talk about it. This is where, for those of you that are listening and are single, this is where the person you marry really comes in.
Mm. Sure, sure. Mm.
It can make or break your career. It can make or break your destiny.
Mm.
So if you marry, ha, ha,
Oh,
I don't know what to
wahala.
say to you.
Wahala. Mm.
It's a big decision. It's not just because you're going to sleep and wake up in the house. So
I mean that's very
time,
important for you to have been able to build, for you to have been able to do what you've done in the career space, in the corporate space for 15 years. I mean, come on, you need
Mhm.
to have had your husband must have contributed and done a lot in that area. Now let's talk
Oh
about
yes, oh
now
yes. There are quite a number of things I know I could not have even
nothing,
achieved.
right? That
Go ahead.
if I absolutely relate to what you just said now about not maybe you would have been able to achieve some certain things, without your husband's support.
Mhm.
And I relate to that because, I mean, in this work that I'm doing, in fact, I'm pretty sure the Henry you're talking about is my Henry, who is actually watching and checking to make sure that, okay, the stuff is going good and all of that. When I'm done, he'll give me feedback. Okay, you should have asked this question. You didn't ask this one. You didn't say this one. You didn't do that. And all of that.
Oh,
So there is something inherently important or good in having somebody that supports your work. So single ladies,
oh
take that
yes,
one and
oh
go.
yes.
All right. So now back to this career space, back to the corporate space. My work or
Mhm.
the bulk of my message, the core of my message is women should raise up, be bold enough to show up in any space at all. Now you are a woman
Mhm.
who has shown up and still showing up in spaces that are still trying to get comfortable with women heading or being in the same room. Now, in this, past 15 years of building in the corporate space, is there anything about you as a woman that you have had to tone down so that you can be able to play,
Ah.
yeah, in these spaces, right? Is there anything, because are there, like, have you had to take some things off, or we're on a different sort of personality or attitude or mentality for you to be able to play in these spaces?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe not an attitude per se. So we won't say an attitude per se. But there, like I said, people are watching, right? People are watching. People, what a man can do during a meeting. If a man like this during a meeting, it's easier than when I say it.
Mm,
When I say it, they might
mm,
think, what's wrong with her today? I beg, who annoyed her this morning?
mm,
And it's not, this might not be all the time, right? So you have to be mindful that what somebody else can get away with, you may not be.
mm,
It's really just minding your attitude.
mm, mm, mm-hmm, mm,
Patriarchal.
mm. Yes.
To adapt
Mm,
to you. Like,
mm,
that's the second thing I'll tell you is you need to be consistent.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
delivering excellence. Yes, asked, they asked something about something every leader should, and I said the only word that comes to me is steadiness. If you're a woman working in a male dominated environment, especially when you have people that are looking up to you, not necessarily to fail, like I said, but they're just looking at you because everybody's watching, you need to be steady. You need to be your head has to be clear.
Mm.
So that when you make decisions, it's not as if you're dilly-dallying or you're unsure. Because God forbid, in an uncertain situation, you now choose somebody else now steps up and shows that level of leadership. It
Yeah.
undermines your own leadership. So you need to be mindful
Especially
of
if, especially if it's now a man who steps up to take it, and then they can say, "Oh, well,
your
a man did it
it's just that
because she's a woman." Yeah, you know that sort of thing.
brilliant all this time. Right. So you need to
Mm.
be very steady and focused in how you think. You need to be responsible.
Are you there? Hello, hello. Are you back? Okay. YouTube took you somewhere. Mm. Mm. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Mm.
Be a token higher, like token.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Do you get? Yes.
Right.
Mm.
I no. I want to be there because someone said, man, if we don't get Hannatu, I do not know how you people are going to run this business.
Mm. That's
Uh-huh.
it.
That's
That's
why I want to be
it.
there.
So that brings me to this. This issue about competence, right? So is competence enough for a woman who is playing in spaces that are male dominated, for a woman who is playing in rooms that, that always I will have one thing or the other with the gender bias and whatever it is competence enough? Because I want the career woman listening to this right now to know what can keep her in such rooms, so that they look beyond her being a woman or whatever, being a woman, to actually looking at what makes her important, right? So for a woman trying to build a solid career in corporate spaces.
Let
Mm,
me let me start with this. Let me start with this. If you think back on secondary
mm,
school or university, have you ever asked yourself where's the most brilliant person in your class? Where is the person? Have you ever asked yourself? Rated with 5 point GPA or 4 point GPA. Have you ever asked yourself where's the person? We always forget.
mm,
I'm telling you, and I'm not saying this to belittle or tell people go and read. If you're listening to me and you're in university, I'm not saying belittle education. Obviously, I'm a product of education, right?
mm,
It's very painful. It really, really just hurts to know that your good work is not going to your good work does not have a voice. It doesn't have a
mm,
voice. It doesn't have a language. It doesn't have a tongue. Your competence is not enough. It's not enough. I'm sorry. It will never probably be enough. Negating. I always tell people that's the caveat. There is the grace of God in people.
mm,
However, competence is not enough on a normal day. What you need is visibility. That is why you see now some people in power are not the most competent. And
mm,
I'm not saying this to insult anybody. They are the most visible.
mm,
They are the ones that have access. So competence is not enough.
mm,
Or it might even show itself once in a while. But visibility and access, you cannot get away with it. You can't get away from them.
mm,
If
mm.
you're in that room, if you've ever heard of someone do it now in organizations, but in most organizations I've worked in fact, most organizations, you can call it there's another one used for it. But whatever it is a time where leaders sit in a room for hours and they call up your name. Some people even call up they even bring up your pictures
Yeah.
and they just say what and your boss cannot fight for you around that will not say, oh, I worked with so and so on this project. I think she's very good. Okay, let's okay, no, what her boss said is good.
Mm,
In some cases your boss can't fight for you. It's other
yeah.
people. So if other people don't know what you do, then
Mm,
how are they going to fight for you? Your boss
mm.
can't be the one fight. I say, no, I know this person, she's good. God help you if your boss is not even in the mood to fight for you that day. Because he's fighting for your 15 other team members. Do you understand? So
Mm.
that
That's if
visibility,
your boss
if
is
nobody
even the
knows,
type to fight. That's if your boss is even the
do you
type to fight
understand?
for you. If your boss is not the type that takes
Exactly.
all the
Maybe your boss
accolades
has been
himself,
has
yeah.
I had a boss like that. I
Mm.
had a boss like that. That somebody
Wow.
came out and said, what did you do to this man? He constantly wants to pull you down, constantly wants to pull you down. It's
Mm.
deliver
Mm.
the level in management. If your CEO doesn't know you, what are you
Mm.
level you in your career? If your CEO doesn't know you by name, what exactly are you doing? And I'm not saying the person are good money are just for vibes and family. No. But the person is $2 million or
Mm.
$2 million. It's
Mm.
Hannatu that came up with the idea. Oh. Do you
Mm.
understand?
So which
So your
now
boss.
brings me to which now brings the question, so how does a woman now create visibility for herself? So she has the competence, but like you clearly said, competence is not enough. She needs to build visibility. She needs to make sure that she's being seen, right, and she's being known for her work. So if competence is not enough and visibility is very important in her being able to stay and play in such spaces, so how exactly should she build this visibility?
Mhm. When your boss is going for a meeting with bosses, ask to go along.
Mm,
That's
number
the
one.
simple way.
Mm-hmm.
Your boss is going for leadership meeting. Tell him I want to follow you and take notes. I want to let me go and hear what you are doing. Let them see you in the room. They see you one day. They see you, one day somebody say what,
Mm,
because you'll be shocked. I had there was a role I had in when I was in telco. We every week everybody would go for this meeting with like, and I would see all these people younger than me, junior to me in rank or in level, going for this meeting, and all of us in our team would sit down, and we were all managers. These were analysts and specialists going for this meeting. We were managers sitting down. The first day I went for the meeting, right? So go for meetings. Speak. Don't be afraid. I always even make fun now. I say layman question, and they say that's not a layman question. But I say no, so that in case it's not. But I really just want clarity on this. Speak up. Learn to speak up in things. When you're having Zoom calls, this is an easy one, especially for those of you that work remote. I work remote, so this is something I had to learn. Except it's a real culture thing. But when you have meetings in your office, especially with your senior managers or senior leaders, turn on your camera. I.e., go and
Mm,
bath.
mm, mm,
Turn your camera off. Or, God forbid, you don't have a picture on your camera.
mm. Like,
Like, why? Or you have a horrible selfie. Are you okay? What's wrong
mm,
with you?
mm,
Do you understand? Go to a studio, go and pose and take a picture.
mm.
What picture do you have on your LinkedIn? Do you understand? What are you even saying on LinkedIn? It's the only title and that's all. You
Mm.
won't say anything. Those of us that are talking on LinkedIn, you think we don't have anything else to do? It's for the visibility. One of my former bosses, like an Oga called me yesterday, said, "Hannatu, who which team does your LinkedIn for you?" I said, "Oga, I do it myself." He said, "Oh,
Mm.
he really thought,
Wow. Mm.
oh, my wife said," and he said his wife said, "Go and ask Hannatu how she's doing her LinkedIn." This is an Oga in a multinational calling me to say, calling me saying that his wife said, "Go and ask Hannatu how she does her LinkedIn, so that you can help yourself." So, on what grounds do you have not to be visible on LinkedIn? So even if you don't know what to talk about your work, go to ChatGPT. It will help you talk about your work. People always say, "I don't know what to say." Go to ChatGPT. It will help you.
Mm. Mm.
Do you understand?
Mm.
There's so many ways to be visible. If they say come to work, if your office is at a high, you'll be shocked how many deals go on in the office. You are there sitting at your house complaining that they say you should come to the office 2 times a week. Go to the
Mm.
office.
Mm.
Because that's where people get deals done. That's where people get promoted. Then
Exactly.
they'll come
That's
and
the
announce it,
truth. That's the
or
truth.
they'll go and open the role. You think you're applying for a role. Meanwhile, somebody has gotten it 2 days ago because they used to go to the office every day. See, don't let me talk too much on this matter. It's a very sore point for me.
We did it to talk because when I'm telling this, when I'm telling my clients or people I mentor, about this stuff, it sounds like okay, it sounds like we're being too much. I like why do women feel like they
That
are
you're
being
doing too
too
much.
much? Like why do women feel that way? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I mean, men don't feel they are being too much. They do everything they do, and you
Oh,
applaud them, you
never.
clap for them. But when it comes to your turn to do it, you feel like you're being too much. I understand that I mean, society will tell you you're being too much and all of that, but you yourself, I mean, I think I'm actually tired of telling. I'm actually tired of hearing women talk about how society this, how religion that, how they can't do this, background. This. I feel like that's enough already. Can you just take responsibility for yourself? For yourself, you now know the truth. You know the right thing. So take responsibility for yourself. Now, now, in being able to play in these spaces, I believe that it's not been an easy journey. So, and you have had to learn some things along the way. While on the job, you learn things. While you were building and growing, you were learning things. So, what is that one thing that you have had to learn the hard way? What is that one thing growing your career that you have had to learn the hard way so that someone listening right now will hear you and also learn it now before they have to learn it the hard way as well. So Yeah.
My God, what was the one thing? Um, hmm. Let me say two things, and they're quite personal to me, so they might be different for other people, right? One is trust. I'm very open. I'm very open in my life. I'm very open, right? So realizing that that I had to learn the hard way, right? When you find out that people you are laughing and joking with have been backbiting in the workspace and kind of tearing you down, or taking what you said and turning it to your boss or your boss's boss to make it look like you're incompetent. That's something I had to learn the hard way. In fact, I think I'm going to give you three things. The second thing is I'm very empathetic. I'm one of those people that if you tell me, Hannatu, I can't come to work today, my house flooded, I can tell you, okay, because I'm empathetic enough to know it's raining in Lagos.
Yeah.
If I had bosses that will tell you the people that their house flooded in Ikorodu, didn't they come to work? You know, I've had those kind of mean bosses before that will tell my team members, why can't are you the only one that your house flooded? So I would rather say, oh no, don't worry, you don't have to come to work today. Other bosses will tell you that why would you become my public enemy? Because
Mm.
anybody that's going to make me look bad because you've taken my niceness for granted, then you become my public enemy. Because I like my job, I like working, I enjoy getting paid to work.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. So if you are deciding to take my means of salary and my means of livelihood and my means of resources, then you have become my enemy, have you not?
Sure. Surely.
So I have to learn that. And I tell people off the bat, once I join a new team from day one, I am a nice person. I'm very easy to get along with. I don't have stress. I'm not very wicked. I don't shout at people. I'm not badly behaved. But when you start to threaten my means of livelihood or my means of survival, then you
Mm.
and I don't call it balance anymore. So work life balance
Oh,
doesn't really
work-life balance. That's just a myth. Mm.
holiday. I told them we will find you maybe by two
Mm.
in 2 weeks. I have to learn it the hard way once. And then everybody's still complaining. So you're wondering what am I doing wrong? So when I'm with you guys, I'm with you guys. I tell it is right now I tell my mom, I say my brain is like an escalator or like packaging, those
Mm.
factories, the compartments. It's time for your
Yeah.
own compartment. When it's
Mm.
time for the work compartment, everybody should come. When it's time for my children, everybody in the office calm down. Do you understand? That's part of paying equity to your stakeholders, right?
Mm.
Learning what you need to prioritize at one point, pouring equity into that. So if it's my children, like I promised them I'm going to take them to Abeokuta. My daughter said, when are we going to Abeokuta? I now need to find a weekend to take her to Abeokuta. And when I take her, I tell her, Madam, I've taken you to Abeokuta. You've done all the things you have to do. I can go back to work, Abby. Yes.
Mhm.
Do you understand? So learning to
Mhm.
align, it's true now. Learning to align and prioritize what needs to be done. I had to learn that the hard way because before I was just pulling myself in every direction and it wasn't working. So yeah, those three things.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. And that will save a lot of women a lot of stress. You see that part about,
It's you know.
prioritizing. Like, you see that work-life balance thing. Oh, that one, in fact, I follow you, Joy. I learned it the hard way. And so I just realized that it can't be 50-50. It can't be 50-50. At some point, one part is going to go 50 and that part goes 40. Sometimes one part is going to take 100 and the other part will take zero.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm learning how to just I'm learning how to give myself grace. I'm learning how to say, okay, this is what I could do now, and that's fine. It's okay. Another time I can do something else. Or I'm learning how to recognize the seasons I'm in, right? And I think that's very, very important, especially for women who are actively in the corporate space. understand the season that you're in so that you're able to deliver properly. Right now, let's talk about your success, right? Yeah, I know that you still have a lot that you want to achieve. But 15 years so far in the corporate space, you have won titles, you've gotten awards, you've been named best in this, best in that. You're even among Nigeria's top 100 career women by 95 Check, right? And you have these titles and successes to your name. My question now is, um, there are some certain things, there are things, you know that are not in your performance review, or performance that are not captured. People see the plaques, they see the certificates, they hear the titles, and it's all good and great. But what exactly, or what are the things that you have had to, what are the prices that you have had to pay along the way to be able to maintain or build a successful career for 15 years straight? And I keep talking about 15 years because 15 years is not beans. I know what a 15-year-old child looks like. Chicken. So for 15 years, you've been in this space. What are some of the things that you have had to pay costly prices for, that are not out there, that people don't know about? They'll see the success, but they don't know the pain, the cost that you have had to, pay. What are some of them?
From family. Let me start from family. Um, and they said, "Can we move this flight to another time?" And they said, "No, we cannot. Everybody's traveling at the same time." So I had to travel. I couldn't be the one that was, the rebel in the group. And that was the day my daughter was getting a prize, and not just a prize, six prizes.
Oh my God.
Speech and prize giving day,
Oh my word.
and I had to speak up the English.
Oh my
I
God.
had to tell her like 2 days before, I'm always be around. Be around, that is going to come, all that. I told all my friends, please, I beg, go early, sit in front, take picture of the child, let her feel love, people should shout for me. Those are things people don't tell you about. Things like speech and prize giving day. And sometimes I'm in a meeting when it's time for bed, and my children, like, we have a whole ritual, right? We go through everything. Sometimes I miss that. Sometimes I'm not around, I'm not even in the country, right? People don't talk about those kind of things, right? But those are, you miss family. My cousins always said, at some point, my family members stopped inviting me for things. Because Hannatu is always busy. I told her, I said, don't stop. Oh. Let me even say no,
Tell
but
me
don't
all
stop. So that the
about
day I'm
it.
around, I
Woo.
say yes. You miss, you understand, the regular. I know one of the things I've enjoyed the most during my transition season while looking for a new job role was picking up my children from school. It seems very brainless and very mindless, but it's such a big deal to me that I can get up, go with the driver and pick up my children from school. Because most of the teachers know my husband, most of them don't know me as much. They know me from phone, but you get what I mean, right? So that
Yeah.
is
Mm.
what's going on right now, but we have a plan. That there's also the one of saying, I don't know what to do at all. You should leave me alone. I don't know what to do.
Mm. Okay, she's coming back. Just give her a minute. I trust that we're learning. I trust that we're learning. So if you have questions, please drop them in the comment section because we are coming to a close, right? So if you've got questions, drop them in the comment section and she would answer before we close this particular episode. Okay, not to worry. The recap will be available on YouTube right after now, so that you can also take your time and watch it. Just so that you can take in all the so you can take in the juice. Let me put it that way. So you can take in the juice. Okay, Hannatu, where are you? Okay, you're back.
How easy? How long?
You were about to talk about something. You were getting into your second point, the second thing about work, the thing that has caused
Uh-huh.
that has caused you at work.
Oh wow. Talk about family.
Yeah, yeah, we heard about family. Yeah.
Okay, so I was just saying that you have to work harder, right? Knowing that people are watching you, you have to double check what you're doing. You have to. You don't have the luxury. I don't know if you heard what I said. That just vulnerability where you say, okay, guys, we're in a tough situation. This is what's going on, but this is the plan. If we stick, and
Yeah.
there's vulnerability like that. Because I was the one that was saying vulnerability with responsibility. It's not just vulnerability is not just saying that that's all. Vulnerability is like, okay, still, this is the hard situation, and this is what's going on. This is the plan. We all need to come together. I need your support. That's vulnerability. You don't get to say, I don't know what to do. There's something that comes to my husband and say, I don't know what to do again. I'm lost. I can't tell that to my team. I can't tell that to my boss. Because somebody will take it out of context and say, the girl doesn't know what to do. What should we do? Do you understand? We need to find somebody that knows what to do. So you don't have to beg. I don't want to talk to anybody. Just leave me alone. I beg, let me hear word. You don't have that kind of space, right? You have to double check everything. Because people are watching. Do you understand? It's a lot of pressure people don't talk about. People are waiting promotions. They don't know the kind of hard work it takes. They don't know the late nights. They don't know. I remember years ago. Sorry, excuse me. I'm constantly thirsty. Sorry. I remember years and years ago. I was. This is years ago, long time ago. In house, but I was doing. They were closing maybe like 9 a.m. that morning. Or
Hey, what's going on
with
now?
yes, yes, yes. There was a proper team call. There was something going on, so it's not a normal. Don't get me wrong, it's not a normal thing. Somebody mentioned something about somebody that said because that's part of leadership. Tomorrow, when they will use it as an excuse to say,
Yeah.
"Oh, she has a family." Trust me, there's a point. You think CEOs sleep?
Mm, mm, mm. Honestly, there are levels to it. Mm.
Do you understand? And you start to think it depends on how much money you're managing. Then you will know how
Wow.
to work.
You said something about you gave an example about something about, oh, they'll say it's because she has a family, or so that thing gave me, that thing brought something to my mind. um do you think that there are things that women have to deal with, building a career in the corporate space? Do you think that there are things that they have to manage, internally, things that they have to deal with that men in that same space doing the same work don't have to deal with? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm.
In as much as my husband does drop off, when phone us for call. So I can't tell you how many and I'm literally busy.
Mm.
Things
Mm.
she start conversation with Ma, nothing is wrong. I just wanted your permission for XY. This child came in for this thing. Can I give them paracetamol? I love it. So it's not, we're not dealing with, do you
Yeah.
understand? So it's very easy
Yeah.
because nothing is wrong, ma.
She's trying to
They're
calm
not
you
going to
down
call my
first.
husband, but they're not going to call my husband.
Mm.
Invitation. It's me.
Very true. Very true.
Men don't deal with. And shout out to amazing fathers, amazing husbands that are very supportive, right? Don't have to deal with.
What
Because when a
what
child
about
is
in
sick, and I,
the what about in the
what?
course what about in the course of working, like right there in that space, in that work environment, in that corporate space, are there things that you'd have to like work extra, because you're a woman, you have to do extra, to show that you belong here, or that other men don't, that men in that same space, in that same work environment, don't have to put in so much effort, but because you're a woman, you have to do extra, just like you can be given an opportunity or belong there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
That's my boss.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Therefore, notes.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That hurts. That hurts.
I've had a team member tell me that, I'm going to do somebody's house at 11 o'clock at night. Say to you, what kind of deal are we dealing with?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I'm a woman. I don't,
Hmm.
it's not in a closed door. Do you
Hmm.
understand? Them
Hmm. Yeah,
so
you're
there's
back.
something. Yeah, I'm back. So I was talking about just what you do. Like I've been saying it since the way you behave, the way you your now. Maybe she's on her period. Maybe her husband annoyed her. Maybe somebody annoyed her.
Oh
Do you
my God, that
understand?
period part is
There's always
annoying.
something
That
that they
period part is freaking annoying.
it's like almost every day. We used to do, or I can't remember what I said. Maybe Jared's not available. My husband's not available. He said pick up issue.
Ah, wahala.
That's why I don't even like. At that time in my life, I didn't even like school pictures. Like from where to where. The next, I looked at him like, ah,
Oh my word. Oh, mm, mm. Wow. So what has kept you going? What kept you going? How did you how have you been able to stay sane through this so far 15 years of building a career in corporate spaces and global spaces? How have you been able to stay sane? I mean, they came at you, they came at you from the gender aspect. I'm probably sure they came at you from the faith aspect. I mean, being a Christian with a Muslim background, they like. How have you been able to stay sane?
um,
Because and she's wondering, how do I survive? So
telling
how
you,
have you been able to stay sane? Mm,
I want a career. I want.
mm,
My why is really two or three things, really, right? I'm in Matthew 5:16, girl. Let your light so shine that people see you and they glorify your Father in heaven.
mm,
My why is right. Number two is my children. Also, see, like I saw with my mother, that it's possible. It is possible to have a life. It's possible. My children know I'm in meetings, I'm speaking, I'm I come to my work. I want
mm,
you today. Why not? Not in a bad way, but because she needs. But just having that ambition,
mm,
so
mm.
mom's ending salary.
Wow. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Mm.
What more to me than 7 sons? That's
Mm.
honestly
You mentioned something about being you've said several times now throughout the show about being a Matthew 5:16 girl. And so can you hear me now? Hello, are you there? Hello? Hope you guys are finding the conversation and impactful as well. That's the conversation. Okay. All right. So we're rounding off now. So I two questions, and then so the first one is the like I said, being a massive singer, right? So have you ever that you're a Christian with a Muslim background work? Have you ever had a situation whereby you're probably bullied as a result of your faith as a Christian? Have you had an issue where someone who is a Muslim, sort of criticized you because I mean, you're a Muslim, you are Christian? What happened to you during the course of building your career?
So I've never been a Muslim. I was never a Muslim. My father was a Muslim. But that was it. I was born a Christian. I grew up a
Yeah, but that background is there.
And I think the only time this really affected me was in school. People would hear your name, Hannatu Kasim, Hannatu Kasim, and they say, "You're a Christian. You didn't cover your hair," and that was because I went to school
Yeah.
in the area, right? I think that's probably, but never at work. I've never people having issues with my religion at work.
Mm.
The truth is, religion is not something you don't see not like a animal person. It's really cool, right? How I act, how I relate to people. It's how you show kindness, how you show empathy. It's the foundation for everything. It's how you negotiate. Understanding that you don't negotiate to kill. Do you understand? Nothing is to the death of it.
Mm.
Notice people should know there's a difference
I need to put
in how
that
you
down.
treat them, on how you
Death
behave.
of It by Hannatu 20. Nothing is the death of it. Nothing is to the death of it. It's that deep for me.
Poorly,
Very Shakespearean.
poorly, and then you argue. And next time you always have to leave room to be wrong. Nothing is to the death. Like you don't
Mm.
argue till the person dies. To what end? Leave room so that tomorrow you can talk to the person, sees you and says hi. Do you understand?
Right.
So nothing
That
is to
makes
the
a lot.
death of it. The foundation of even what my faith does for me at work is kindness, is keeping my word, treating people well. Not backstabbing.
Mm.
It's such a big deal nowadays in the corporate environment to be able to climb up without pulling anybody down,
Oh my
right? Just
God, that's
easy.
just so profound. Quickly though, like you mentioned that. Is there anything like women support the work? Women really support women in the workplace. Women bring women down. I hear a lot of that, like a lot of guys against people in the corporate space. Like
Huh.
I had a situation whereby a woman literally was trying to pull you down, or has it been, high flying?
Yeah. So we've had that, and I think we're coming out of it. I think I may be wrong. I may be. Have I had any woman try and pull me down? I'm not sure. Maybe I can't remember. However, however, more and more people are willing to help other women.
Mm.
When you ask for a piece of bread and he'll give you a spoon. So I believe God will give you what you ask for. If you know you are genuine and true. And if you also are doing right, there's that. And also, I need to ask people, are you worth the investment? So it's not just saying you want a mentor. I want a mentor. I want a mentor. This woman was not nice to me. Are you
Mm. Mm.
and they're so useful. As in, there are people I'm invested in your life because I see that Kai, this person is going somewhere. I want to help share you, and then you see someone and like, where are you going with all this? So it's not that. So and so some people do. It's not that they don't want to support. Yes, there are some wicked human beings. I agree. There are some horror stories of some women that you want happen, but there are some people that it's not that they don't, but they're not sure if you want it. Maybe they've heard something you things and they're like, I don't know if it's do I want to put my name next to your name, then they'll come and add two of us in the same bandwagon. I don't think so.
Mm.
So yeah, sometimes it's not just women.
Mm. Mm. Wow.
I made myself such an investment that somebody sees me and they want to support me. They want to help because I'm going to disgrace my ancestors.
Wow.
It's true, no, you're laughing.
This has been amazing. I know that the network is trying to do something, but nah, we did this regardless.
Yeah, we move.
And I thank you so much for your patience through the process, with the mic and the whole network something. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so my final question is this. Um, how are you currently mentoring women? Do you have sort of a mentorship program running where you help women? And aside from the active career life, um, is there something you do that is not necessarily tied to your career, but is part of what you're doing to give back, to the society or to humanity?
I have a couple of friends doing that. So yeah, I might think about it. I might consider a group kind of mentorship just so that I'm able to help more people. You'll be one of the first people to know, so you can tell your community.
Please do.
Let me settle down a
Please
couple
do
of
it.
things. Let me settle down a couple of things, and I'll definitely let you know. That's one. Side work, apart from read novel and sleep, I train sales teams on business, yeah, on sales, like B2B sales. So how you showing up, visibility, how you engaging, how you doing your discovery, how is your pipeline looking, how is growth looking, just everything on B2B sales. That's really what I love doing, and I get paid for it.
Hmm.
Like I said,
Mm. So this transition thing that is going on, is it like you're transitioning into another or it what's the transition thing?
I know, right?
Did you get that? Question?
No, I didn't hear you.
Okay, so I was talking about the transitioning thing, right? So are you transitioning into like what's it about? Into a new career, into a different space? Like what's the
What? I'm probably going to transition into a new sector. That's if I
oh,
should put
okay.
it, new sector, new industry, right? But right now I'm just enjoying the journey and talking about it. So for anybody listening, follow me on Instagram. I spoke about my transition. It will soon end when and yeah,
Mm, mm. You guys heard her. You ladies,
so
you
I can't
heard
just
her.
disconnect to me.
Follow her on Instagram at Hannatu. Okay, Hannatu Adegboyega. Am I getting it correctly? I hope I'm getting the pronunciation correctly.
Hannatu Adegboyega.
The same name she bears on LinkedIn as well. Okay, so follow her and trust me, you will
Mhm.
everything she's putting out there. Thank you so much, Hannatu. This has been awesome. Thank
Thank you so, so much.
you. Grateful. I hope that I can bring you to the show again. Please don't mind the network. Oh.
No problem. We'll definitely do this again.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, to every woman who's listening, in case you're wondering whether you're alive in that corporate world where you're building, trust me, you'll survive. You can survive. And I'm pretty Hannatu sharing her story and her journey so far has given you something that you can apply that will help you survive where you are, not just survive, but thrive as a woman,
Yep.
as a Christian, as a whatever state, be it in the local room or in the global room. Yes, you can do it. And trust me, it will not eat you up. It will eat you up. Okay. All right.
Ah, it will not do.
Thank you so much, Anatu, and I'm looking forward to having more bold conversations with you. Hey, bold ladies, this has been awesome, and a wonderful time with to Kasim Adegboyega. And I believe that you learned a lot. I believe that you learned a lot. So remember, um, the bold woman conversation is about leadership, visibility, and everything in between for women. We are here to have bold conversations about everything and anything that will help us to remember sectors or rooms or spaces that we are playing in. Remember, here it's all about being bold and visible. Don't be bold and go and hide. No, be bold, be visibly your space. So go out there, keep leading, keep being bold, and stay visible. Now, so I want you to start getting ready for something because I'm trying to put together an ecosystem, right? An ecosystem that is focused on raising bold, loud, and visible women. All right, I'm going to be making that announcement soon. All right, it's going to be a community, a training, coaching, mentorship program, as well as a lot of other things. So it's going to be an ecosystem that is solely focused on raising bold, loud, and visible women. So you definitely don't want to miss that out. And if you are one social media platform at Victoria Ogbujah, my bios, Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn, just click the link and you'll be able to find my books, okay? My books. And then you also be able to enroll for my coaching program if you want that as well. Okay, so connect with me outside of YouTube and let's get talking. Stay bold, stay visible. Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. Bye.